Hello everyone, it's Casey here. Okay, so today we are going to continue on with learning about formatting and screen capture software. Now, some of you may already know about screen capture software. What it does is it allows you to do exactly what I'm doing here, which is capturing my screen. As you can see, we have my one of my channels up on YouTube, and this is how you create tutorials through screen capture software. And as you can see, I can click on through to many different things, and it's pretty much just me sharing my screen. So that being said, I wanted to take you over to Camtasia. Camtasia is the first one I ever started using in terms of screen capture software, and it's pretty great. Many of you probably have. I have Mac, but many of you probably have PC. And because you have PC, this is why I suggest for you to use Camtasia. Now, I use ScreenFlow because I have a Mac, but you could certainly use. But Camtasia is just as good as ScreenFlow. And so I'd like to take this opportunity to go maybe through a few functions of Camtasia. And so right now we're at the techsmith.com site, and this is TechSmith is the company that owns Camtasia and the software. They design the software. So you can obviously do like a free trial, buy now. Now to purchase it, it costs. Let's take a look. I think it's like, for a Mac, I think it's like $89 or something, and then for a PC, okay, that's a little more expensive than what I thought. It is expensive. Electronic only. Now, however, okay, let's just first look at this. This is on TechSmith, okay, and certainly you could buy Camtasia for Mac. And as you can see, Mac is only $99, but TechSmith or Camtasia is pretty much designed for PC. So what I want to do now is go to Amazon.com and see if we can find a cheaper version of Camtasia. So hold on one second. Okay, we are back. Now we're in Amazon, and as you can see, the price is not that much better actually in Amazon for the most recent Camtasia Studio version 7. Because let's go back to where this was for PC. So as you can see, here's $20 less right here to buy it new, and you can actually buy two new from $242. Let's see what this looks like. Maybe that's a little cheaper, $242.99. So you can actually get a used one for a little cheaper, which is great. However, let's now go to eBay, because eBay had some good stuff on it too, and this is the one I really want to show you. So having looked at Amazon and seeing eBay, I've decided that, well, eBay is the one to go with. You can get it for about $100 less than what you can on Amazon or even Camtasia. As you can see, $299, while eBay is $187. And let's see, actually here's $192. So yeah, so you can knock off about $100. Unfortunately, it's gonna be some money though, because this stuff is not cheap. It is really high quality stuff, and you can always use it again and again and again. You can always update it, okay? And it's free to update, so you can always get the most recent. So I wanted to now show you screencasting software, because this is or ScreenFlow, which is the screencasting software that I use for Mac. It's really terrific. Okay, we're going to go there and check it out. Okay, here is ScreenFlow, and my personal favorite. Wow, this stuff is so good for Mac. I love it. You could buy it. It's 99 bucks, just like the Camtasia is for Mac. However, this one is so much more user-friendly for Mac, and I highly recommend it if you are using a Mac. The other wonderful thing is that both of these sites have great tutorials on how to use them, how to record, edit, and share your videos. And I always recommend checking those out and, demoing the software. As again, both Camtasia and ScreenFlow, you can actually do a trial period, which is generally like 15 days or 30 days sometimes. And it's really terrific because you can kind of get familiar with it and then decide later if you want to use it or not. So you download it, and then later on you can decide if you want to keep it. And it's terrific. I think this is a great way to do it because you kind of learn and then trial it out, and then obviously once you have really you're comfortable with it, you're ready to move on it. And so right now I'm going to show you how I navigate through ScreenFlow. Okay, so you can kind of get an idea of how I create the video and then how I upload it, and it's so user friendly. And so this is just to show you how they format and then produce your videos. Okay, so let's go to one of the movies that I've made. Okay, this might be pretty trippy, but I'm showing you a video that now we're right now I'm editing the beginning part of this video that you just watched. I know that's kind of strange to hear and kind of weird, but that's what I'm doing. And as you can see, here's a mouse within a mouse within a mouse, because here's a tutorial, and this is a tutorial with a tutorial inside, and here's a tutorial around a tutorial around a tutorial. I know it's very strange. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is ScreenFlow. This is the full screen of ScreenFlow. And just to go through a few of the basic things on here, and in this video I'm probably not going to, we're not going to go into a lot of depth into how to, that can be something that I'll show you some of those once you become one of my subscribers and you get familiar with how to use this stuff that way. So first off, here is your audio line right here. Okay, your audio line, as you can see, it has various clips, and it is obviously sensitive to speaking. Though the wider these areas are, is the louder you are. So the audio is seen that way, and then underneath it is the actual image track or the video track. So let's just push play, and you can hear me in the back, and this is actually the video that you just heard about. So and as you can see, I could do a couple things here. I can stop the video, pause the video. I can click on the audio. Okay, I could add a edit. I can go into edit. And the main thing that I use in most of my video tutorials, and this is really beginner stuff, is split clip. Okay, that way what you can do is it actually splits the clip. Here's one clip and here's another clip, and then you have to highlight the track that you want to split. Okay, and then you can split the clip again, and now you have two separate clips here, as you can see. And you can do anything between here. You can add another clip from the clip bin right here. So say I wanted to take, say, this right here, I could take that and put it right in the middle. And that's exactly what I just did. Okay, I put that right in the middle. Or I can not have that. I can take that back out. Okay, I could put a transition between the two, and I want to show you the way you create transitions. Let's just put this back to here, and it's all really just drag and move. That's really how to use all this stuff. The way you can create a transition is at the beginning of each clip, and you should do this with the video clip. You can click down, and a drop-down menu will show up, and then you can say, and it will say add start transition or add end transition. And to say add start transition, you go in and you have to unclick off of here. So click onto here. So you just take the highlight away, because then it's easier to find the transition line. Here it is right here. And you can decide what kind of beginning transition you want. The one that I like is flash, because it's like sort of this flash thing. Anyway, I used a sound effect for a visual effect. Really crazy. So let's look at what that did. As you can see, there's a flash there, and you can. What's cool is that you can also edit that. You can edit the transition, and you can decide how long you want to make that transition, which is really kind of cool. So if we can go back here and click onto here, and you can extend the transition, the beginning transition, out as much as you want, or shorten it as much as you want, and I think that would be perfect. So let's just take a look at that.
Hello everyone, it's Casey here.
That's perfect. Okay, and there is a transition that automatically goes on the end of this clip, and you can see that right here. And let's just play that. Play.
This is
and there it is right there.
Tutorials.
And as you can see, it's a long transition. So to shorten the transition up, you would take. Let's get rid of this thing right here. You'd find the end, and you'd shorten it back up. In fact, I don't want a transition there because I want it to go freely from this point to this point,
yeah, we have my,
so that it's seamless. So let's just see that it's seamless now at this point.
This is how you create tutorials.
And it is great. Okay. There's another thing I wanted to show you that I gave a sneak peek at here, and that is text properties and adding a text box. So what you do to add a text box is you would click on Add Text Box. Alright, and as you can see, there's a text box that shows up right here. You would click in there to edit. You could say, hello world, or here is video or day 5. Okay, let's say that, and you can extend it out. Find it. Ah, here it is. Okay. Now what you want to do is, remember, anytime you want to use a particular clip, you have to highlight it. So in order to edit this particular clip, we got to highlight it down here first, and this is where it is right here. These are track lines, okay? Each one of these spaces is where an individual track will go, video, audio, and otherwise. This is right here. You can see this little guy right here. This is our the text box that I created. Hello all, here is day 5, okay? And this is the one we just created. So you can extend it out, right? Or you can, let's say you want to just edit it. All right, and first let's make this one smaller. So let's actually just take this one out so it's not too confusing. So you can, all you have to do is click it and then delete, and that's all you have to do to get that. So I want to put this one though right in the beginning of the video, and that's the best place to put a text box, or really up to you. However, just use your imagination. Maybe you want it to pop up when you're doing a tutorial and you want it to pop up at a certain time. You can certainly put it in there. So I want to edit this box, so I click on here, and now I can edit the box. Hello world. But we need to go over it right here. Okay, now we can edit it. And actually I don't want to edit, I just want to extend it. So click on it, and now you see these little boxes. Now you can extend it out. And the awesome thing is now you have to click outside of it. You can actually click back on it, and then you can just, put it and center it. That's what makes it so easy. It's just click and drag, really, all this stuff is. And click on it again to edit it. And I want it to be cooler than that. Here, welcome to day 5. So I'll put welcome to video day 5. Click on it again. Extend it out. Okay. Click on it again. I actually don't need to keep clicking and extending, but here we go. And there, that was centered. And now I want to shorten it up as the beginning transition. Okay, here we go. So let's play everything now.
Hello, everyone. It's Casey here.
Okay.
So today,
gosh, you can actually hear my cat talking or speaking in the background. Oh, and my grandmother is calling me all at the same time. What is going on here? My grandmother calls. My cat is making sounds in the background. Very, very crazy. Unfortunately, I can't talk to her right at the moment. So let's play that again so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. That's perfect.
So
that's a perfect transition.
We are going to continue on.
All right, so
learning
now
about formatting.
Let's push pause here. Okay, so let's continue on. There's a couple other things I wanted to show you. Right here, video properties. You can actually, if you just push add video action, you'd have to click on wherever you want to add the video action and click add video action, and then push OK. Now, what you can do is you can increase or decrease the scale, and as you can see, the gray outline is actually what your viewers are seeing. Okay, they're not seeing outside that gray, so I could obviously make it as small and as large as I want. And if I want to take people, if I don't want anyone to see the this area right here, the URL area, to when I'm showing them a tutorial, I can get it closer. And so they're only focusing on a certain area, and I can move it back and forth so that they're focused on a very specific area on the video. For this particular video, however, we're going to extend it out, and I want to just keep it pretty center for what I'm doing here. Maybe I'll do that much. Okay, and if you click, as you can see, it's for the beginning.
Hello, everyone.
And you'll see that.
It's Casey here. Okay, so today we are
right.
going to continue on with.
Let me make the scale a little bigger. Right? Let's go right there. Okay? All right. Back here. Welcome to day 5.
Hello, everyone. It's Casey here. Okay, so today we are going to continue on with.
Now let's see that if it changes here, and it does. So you have to set it for each one. You want to set this one to have the same scale.
How you create tutorials.
Pop it right there. Okay, there you go.
Screen capture software. And as
now,
you can see, I can click
let's pause that. Next that I want to show you is simply how to, there's a lot to see here. There's so much to do in terms of learning how to edit and how you can actually add sound and you can add other media to the video. In fact, you could, once you create a video, you push pause or push stop, and then you create another video, you can actually add that particular video to the end of another video. Just really simply, it'll ask you. It says, do you want to add to video 5, or do you want to add to your YouTube video, or whatever you title it, it'll ask you if you want to add to it. So it's really great. And you can also add media such as other recordings, or if you want to have a soundtrack, you can add media and grab the music from wherever. If you have here we have my iTunes right there if I want to add something. So very, very cool. Again, then you can also change a call out if you'd like. So let's do that. Add a call out, and you can make a call out simply by focusing on the cursor or foreground window. Let's do the cursor, and you can make it so you don't see anything else but what the cursor is seeing. So you can blur everything else. For instance, if there's proprietary information that you want to not show the world, such as passwords or things like that, you can certainly blur. And I want to just put this back to normal. You could zoom up so they can see exactly what you're, exactly what you're looking at, or you can add a border to it. And so there's some pretty cool things you can actually do. Now I just want to make sure I didn't add a transition
software. And as you can see, I
or a
can
call
click
out.
on through to many.
Here's the call out right here, and I can like decrease the call out, or simply actually I bet I can just remove the call out. You can delete the call out or take it away. There we go. Just push delete and it's gone. Okay, so all right, the last thing I want to show you is font stuff. Let's publish the video. You can export the video to your desktop as a MOV, which is a movie, and you put it wherever you want. Customize is pretty much right here. It's all the default stuff is great. But for this, I don't want to do that. Right now, I want to. If I'm going to I want to publish it, and I want to publish it to the easiest way possible, which obviously is putting it on YouTube. And by doing so, you're just going to type in your YouTube name and password. You should have a channel by now, or get a channel, and then it'll ask you to put the title, description, tags, and you just tag the video, and it's so simple. It just does it in 5 minutes. Now, the other thing I would suggest is publishing it to Flash. Publishing it to Flash will keep it on your desktop as a MP4 formatted video, and MP4 will upload pretty much anywhere. Okay, any place on the website. Automatic for the web is pretty much fine, is what you want, but you can always customize it depending on what size you need. If you're having to put this on a particular, or if you're embedding this video onto a what's called like an iframe, you can customize it to fit the size of that frame for whatever website you're putting it on. But okay, that's later on advanced stuff. Right now, automatic for the web is fine, and save it somewhere on your desktop. Okay, the benefit of creating a published Flash page or a published Flash file is that then you can upload this particular movie or MP4 file to other sites, not just YouTube. You can send it to through TubeMogul and to all the other websites. Now, that's leading me into what the next video is going to be about, and it's going to be about TubeMogul, which is a great site that we've already touched on sort of in the first introductory video. So now I'm going to go into that video, and you can see all of how to do that. I'm going to publish this particular video, and then I'm going to show you how this video can go onto TubeMogul, and I can send it out to several different sites all at one time with one click of the button. Okay, so I will talk to you guys the next day. Look for the email and click on it and watch the next video. Take care. Sorry this was a little long, 11 minutes, but it was some decent stuff. Okay, I'll talk to you guys very soon. Take care.